Hey fam, can we talk? Because I'm about to say something that might make your grandma clutch her pearls. It's like, oh, she's gonna clutch them pearls, I tell you. I eat one meal a day. One meal a day. Most of the time. Yep, just one meal most of the time. And now, before you gasp or you think I've lost my mind, let me ask you, how many of y'all got a mother who might faint, or a grandmother that might faint if she knew you were eating 3 meals a day? And you weren't eating 3 meals a day, you're like, nah, I'm not eating 3 meals a day. I could practically hear it now. I know my grandmother would be like, baby, you better eat something. Girl, you gonna starve. You can't go to school like that. Where's your breakfast? Sound familiar? Mm-hmm. But what if I told you that your grandmother's concern isn't based on science, but is based on tradition? And that eating one meal a day, what we call OMAD, might actually be the healthiest decision you can make. You ready to make the right decision? If you do it, it might really be the right decision. So here's the thing. Most of us were raised to believe that if we miss a meal, we'll lose our energy, mess up our metabolism, or worse, hurt our health. We'd be sick. You're going to get sick. You're not going to be able to survive throughout the day. You're not going to be able to function. How many of you heard that? But really, what if that's not true? What if eating 3 meals and 2 snacks a day is actually keeping you tired, foggy, and always hungry? Mm-hmm. And if you're a change maker, a nonprofit starter, or someone leading a mission, you ain't got time to be tired or foggy. You got things to do. You need all your clarity, your energy, and your focus to get what you need to get done. And OMAD might be the unexpected key to give you that more energy to keep doing what you're doing. Now, don't get me wrong. OMAD is not about starving yourself. It's not about punishment. It's about harnessing how your body actually works best, especially if you're already eating low carb, keto, or carnivore. Okay? I'm going to break it down in real simple because you deserve to understand your body without all the noise because there's so much noise out here. Okay? So, your hunger hormones change on low carb. Okay? Let's start here. When you eat a high carb diet, your blood sugar goes up and down like a roller coaster. That's why you feel hungry again 2 hours after eating, okay? But when you eat low carb, keto, or carnivore, your hunger hormones are like gremlin and leptin. They calm down, okay? Your blood sugar stays steady, and that snacky feeling, gone, okay? So you're not just hungry, you're just not hungry. And that makes eating one meal a day way easier than you think. I know sometimes I wake up in the morning, like today I woke up and I just sipped on some green tea. And then later on that day I had some more tea, and then I had some water. And then I didn't get my first meal till 6 p.m., okay? And then I'll eat between 6 and 8. That's it, okay? So now let's talk about autophagy, okay? It's a big word, but a simple idea. When you fast, meaning you go longer without eating, your body goes into repair mode and it starts breaking down old damaged cells and recycling those cells. So when you're not eating, your body's like, oh, okay, I got a job to do. Let me get to work versus always saying, I've got to digest this food. I got to digest this food. So I want you to think of your body as, let's say, a janitor, okay? You sweep up the trash, you wipe down the windows, and you take out what no longer serves you, okay? Autophagy can help reduce inflammation, it cleans your cells, and even delays aging. That's what I'm talking about. Let's delay some aging, okay? So when you eat just one meal a day, you're giving your body time to heal. It's like rest, right? And it kicks you into fat burning mode, okay? So that is considered ketosis. If you've ever tried keto, you've probably heard the word ketosis. It's when your body burns fat for fuel instead of sugar. And guess what? When you eat one meal a day, it's like flipping a switch that says, okay, body, let's burn fat now. Okay? This is why so many people doing OMAD report losing weight without feeling deprived. Their body is finally working with them, not against them. And so what else it does, it boosts human growth hormone by up to 2,000%. Now here's the part that blew my mind. Did you know that OMAD can boost your human growth hormone by up to 2,000%? I mean, that tripped me out. And I didn't stumble when I said that. It wasn't a typo. This is the truth. This is the truth according to them, okay? We only know what the truth is. We don't know, 100,000%. So HGH helps you burn fat, helps you build your muscle and recover faster and stay youthful. It's like nature's version of fountain of youth. And you don't need pills, you don't need powders to get it. You just need to rest in between meals. Let your body start healing yourself. Okay? Just give your body some time in between your meals. Don't be like, oh, I got to get up in the morning, I got to eat breakfast. I know I was running a residential treatment facility, right? So I was setting it up, and the state said we had to set up a menu. Like, okay. Now, we had to have breakfast, then a snack, lunch, then a snack, dinner, then a snack. And you had to write it down what you're having the whole time. It's like, really? Okay. All right. So anyway, back to what I'm talking about. But that's really important. It's like, really, why? That doesn't give your body a chance to heal anything. Okay. And that's kind of like just saying this when then we talk about addiction sits in because you're constantly feeding yourself. You're not depriving yourself. And the moment your body feels a little hungry, it's like, eat. You feel a little something, drink, Anyway. So there's many perks with eating this lifestyle by eating an OMAD diet, eating once a day. You have more time, you have less stress, and it's less money. Okay? So if you're on a mission, if you're a mission-driven woman or a man or a visionary or someone, I'm going to say running a nonprofit, okay? Because that's what I do. Listen up. Eating one meal a day means you cook less, you clean less, you do less grocery shopping, and you less thinking about food all day because you know what you're going to eat. Who does not want to be able to think about other things they need to think about, okay? So I'm telling you, OMAD is a lifestyle hack. You save money, you save time, and best of all, you gain energy and you gain clarity and focus on what really matters. That's you, your body. Get more focus. And guess what? You're not chasing snacks. You're chasing your vision. You're not like, oh my gosh, do I got a candy bar in here? Do I got some chips? And you're not mindlessly eating. You know how you're working? I know sometimes I will work. And next thing you know, I'm like, well, where did my food go? Okay. When you do the OMAD, most of the time you're going to sit down and you're just really going to eat that one meal and you're going to enjoy it. Okay. So now let me pause and say this. I didn't always believe this. I grew up just like you, believing that food was the center of every day, every meal, every occasion, every function. It was all centered around food. And honestly, food is beautiful. It's cultural, it's comfort, it's love. It's a beautiful thing. But as I got older and started working in personal development and leadership, and I began asking a new question, I started working on myself. It's like, what actually fuels me? And not just food-wise, but energy, purpose, and focus. And so I started a vegan, and then I started eating less, and I started realizing I have a lot of energy, okay? And that's when I found that if I ate less, and I eat less during the day, I would have more energy and I would feel good, okay? And so that's when I found out that eating once a day is the way to do it. I didn't just jump in it. I tested it, and I'm making it my own. Some days I still eat, a couple times a day, and sometimes I fast longer. I may fast for a day or two, and then sometimes I may nibble from 12 to 4, 12 to 6. But the point is, I found freedom. I don't feel like I have to eat all that time. I can give my body a break. If I decide, you know what? I need to give my body a break. I can give my body a break a couple times a week without feeling like, when you say, I'm going to fast, you have to make this big old grand gesture. I'm going to do all this fasting. You got to prepare and all this and that. When you do OMAD, you don't have to worry about that. Okay? And so that's what I want for you too. If this is what you want, I want it for you too. Okay? So let me give you a simple framework so you can try OMAD your way. Make it yours, okay? This isn't one size fits all. It's about giving you a starting point. Start with low carb eating, If you're still eating bread or pasta or sugar every day, OMAD is going to really feel hard. But start by eating more protein, okay? Eat some nuts, eat some fats, eat an avocado, eat more veggies. This helps your hunger signals calm down, okay? And then, one meal a day doesn't mean a tiny, tiny meals. It means mighty. Think about a big old gigantic salad, okay? Think about avocado. I'm going to even say it. Think about if you're going to eat a steak and some eggs. You want vitamins, minerals, and protein, okay, throughout your meal. You don't have to have it all in one, okay? You want to have your vitamins and mineral protein, really, okay, all in one setting if you can, because that's going to be your only setting through the day. But make sure you're drinking. Make sure you're getting your water in. If you're deciding, I'm doing one meal a day. If you decide to drink something with no calories or very few calories. Like sometimes I'll have a juice and the juice has 40 calories in it or 90 calories in it, okay? And some days, depending on what you're doing, you're going to need more food than others. And that's okay. You're not failing, you're learning, and you are working with your body. Sometimes your body's like, give me something to eat. And you're like, okay, hold on. All right, wait a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get you something to eat. I know my body be telling me sometimes, grow up, you do not go in that kitchen and get me some chocolate. So think OMAD is a tool, not a rule, okay? So give yourself some grace. I give myself grace, okay? So I want you to focus on your mission and not the meal. You were called to lead. If you're a nonprofit founder or a business or even a family, a parent, you were born to lead. To start movements, to give birth to your nonprofit, to spark change. So don't let food distract you by stealing your purpose, okay? Let OMAD be the simple rhythm that frees you to focus. Frees you up. It's like, okay, I'm focused now, okay? So here's what I want you to remember. OMAD isn't about deprivation. It's about design. Your body was made to heal. Your mind was made to focus, and your purpose deserves clarity, all right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to like and subscribe. If this video in any way gave you one thing, I want you to be like, okay, Vanessa, that was cool. I like and subscribe, okay? And in these videos, I want to walk you through different things that you could do to make lifestyle work with your leadership journey, okay? So this isn't about food. It's about freedom. And I want that for you. So you got this. I'm cheering you every step of the way. Remember to like and subscribe to my video. And as always, I wish you peace.